Hello, folks, and welcome to Kudlow. I'm Larry Kudlow. All right, the Iowa caucuses kick off the Republican presidential race tonight, as everyone in the world knows. But there are issues outside of Iowa, too. For example, Speaker Mike Johnson has just trashed the White House so-called immigration plan, close the border plan. Meanwhile, Hunter Biden may be subpoenaed after all. Then the Houthis keep on bombing American assets and hitting an American flag ship, and the Biden administration doing nothing about it. In a couple of minutes, we're going to welcome Congressman Byron Donalds. Waiting in the wings later, the great Laura Ingraham, and then the indomitable Kellyanne Conway. And then we're going to get to former Trump Energy Secretary Rick Perry, who is bawling like a baby over John Kerry's resignation as climate czar. All that and more. But first up, I want to invite you to a very interesting piece in the New York Times. It was out late last week. I just saw it this weekend. That's right, the New York Times. And it's called "The Case for Trump" by someone who wants him to lose. Now, it's written by Bret Stephens, who I know well. He's former Wall Street Journal editorialist. He's a conservative, and he's also a never-Trumper. All right, so it's interesting. And Bret opens by saying, quote, "Too many people, especially progressives, fail to think deeply about the enduring sources of Donald Trump's appeal," end quote. And then Bret goes on to outline three of Mr. Trump's most important and effective issues. You've heard me say these before, but this is from Bret Stephens writing in the New York Times. First, close the border. Stop illegal immigration, as Trump did in his first term. Second, restore middle-class affordability and prosperity with rising real wages, as Mr. Trump did in his first term. And third, make another stab at draining the swamp to right the wrongs of the Center for Disease Control, the FBI, the CIA, the justice system, and so forth and so on. So Mr. Stephens says, quote, "Americans have reasons to remember the Trump years as good ones. Wages outpaced inflation, unemployment fell to 50-year lows, stocks boomed, inflation and interest rates were low." Bret Stephens also gives Trump a lot of credit for a strong foreign policy. He asks, quote, "Does the world feel safer under Biden with Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Hamas and Hezbollah's assault on Israel, Houthi attacks on shipping, the Chinese open threat to invade Taiwan, than it did under Trump?" And the answer is no. Mr. Stephens noted that Trump kept our adversaries on their guard and off balance. So with all that in his fair-minded column, Bret Stephens really shouldn't be a never-Trumper, but I'm not going to convince him, at least not today. It's another conversation. Meanwhile, I am going to argue that these important issues are exactly why Mr. Trump is so far ahead in Republican primary polling, including tonight's Iowa caucus. Grow the economy, close the border, drain the swamp, stand up to our enemies around the world. The 45th president did so much of it in his first term. He has so much experience now to take on the rest of it in a second term. And frankly, no one has messaged it better than he has. The other night in the Fox Town Hall, he showed presidential temperament and skillfully launched what is likely to be another major turning point with this. Take a listen.
I'm not going to have time for retribution. We're going to make this country so successful again. I'm not going to have time for retribution. And remember this, our ultimate retribution is success.
I mean, that was a winner. In other words, what he's saying is success is the best revenge. Tonight's Iowa caucus vote likely to launch one of the greatest comebacks in American political history. That is my view, and that is my riff.